Well, there you are again. Charlie Greer podcast again. Duh, I do this every day. Today, I spit all over them. Hillbilly knowledge. Kind of like MC Square. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. You think, see, in the lexicon of the hillbillies are dumb. Hey, no, no. I mean, I'm a hillbilly. Let me explain that. So when you get out of the hillbilly, from Smithville, Tennessee, 2,000 people, whatever it was back then. And the things I wanted to do, and I had a Southern accent. I mean, they make fun of you. You're the worst of the worst, man. It is you dumbass. I thought, man, I can't hide from this. I'm not going to try and. This is who I am. All these people around me trying to be this, that. No, I'm going to lean into this and just use it for all I got. Well, that's all I got. Say if you got nothing needed, I got something here. I'm a hillbilly. Well, I'm just going to be the baddest hillbilly you've ever seen. The best. I mean, you can take the boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the boy. Duh. I mean, come on. What's that glare? What did? Yeah, much better. And at the end of the day, that confidence shows up. Then everybody wants to be like this hillbilly. How can you teach what? Can I touch that? Come on. And the first experience I had with this was after my dad passed. I moved to Champaign-Urbana, Illinois. I was 17. Traumatized. My dad just died. Moved to Champaign, Illinois. Fighting Illini, University of Illinois. Sophisticated minds. And they are. I got to high school. I had more experience about just about everything than all these kids that say, oh, I'm in a band. Have you guys even played out yet? You ready to your own? No, we want you in the band. Because at first I went up to them like, hey, man, I want to be in your band. Yeah, right. Who are you? Hillbilly. They're like, will you be in two bands for one? And I'm teaching them shit. They taught me some things, but I was again, hillbillies get shit done. We ain't sitting around like, oh, can someone teach me? No. Who's going to do it? I'll figure it out. Yeah, I might suck bad in the beginning. The worst you've ever seen. But I'm going to be this slowly moseying on by, leaving you. Well, you're swimming in my wake, my hillbilly wake. All through, there's certain people. Now, certain people think, that's cool. You're from Tennessee. They know, but certain people, I mean, you've been up, believe how many situations, auditions, this at record label, cuts out, book, see, an executive meeting. I'm hearing something in your voice. Yeah. Oh, that's too bad. We got to cut you off. I can't count how many times I've been discriminated because from who I am. I'm not going to be. And, oh, yeah. My mother even said, look, Charles David, just tell him you're from St. Louis. No, I'm not going to do it. In my mind, it makes me more impressive. A lot of people do like, damn, where are you from? You've had to work 1,000 times harder for something that somebody just gave away, was given. See, I'm doing, and have more confidence in how to hold yourself, because I'm not just one of the, communal minds that must do because everybody else does it. No. I'm not making fun of. I mean, I'm the one that's being made fun of most of the time. And I have tried to work on my accent. I mean, I took acting classes, but I had agents, and they're like, look, do not tell people you're going to meet so-and-so. Don't tell them you're from Tennessee. Well, they're going to know, man. I'm a bad liar. I can't lie over the phone. I mean, shit. I got to live a truthful life. Some people can lie and get fine. Good for you. I can't. I don't know why. I got this baby face. I don't know what it is. My voice changed. I don't do it. Now, we all embellish. Like, yeah, I'm great. But you ain't catching. I ain't lying. I'm so bad at it. And some of the stuff, like that's most of it's true. Again, I'm embellishing certain things. or I forgot most of it, so I just kind of fill it in. But the core is the truth. And hillbilly, what the hell is a hillbilly? Well, it's someone, Mossy and them over yonder. Somebody grew up in the hills that knows how to hunt, that knows how to farm, and I mean, I've lost a lot of this knowledge, but my grandmothers and great well, they're curing bacon in the smokehouse and canning in the kitchen. They made that's all they did was in the garden or the kitchen. 3 meals a day. That is breakfast and lunch and dinner. And knew everything, or claimed they did. You know how that is. Growing everything can grow damn near about everything. And know certain things like, well, you can't put, if you want to keep you got to put peppermint with your tomatoes, because that something like that. Like they just knew how to see. You can just mix everything. You had to have that hillbilly knowledge. You don't learn it in a book. You experience life. Like I know pigs are smarter than dogs. Just be around pigs. And I also know, like when mama, she might be nice, her little tail's wagging. You can go put her. If she gets pregnant, she got some pig. You got to put up these boards, like keep her away. She'll maul you, eat you up. After it's done, they go back to wagging her tail. And you can pet her. I've been kicked by a mule. I mean, don't walk behind a mule, child. That bam. Thought I was dead. Everybody's laughing. That's another thing. He's laughing on. I can't breathe. My ribs. Flogged in the kitchen. I mean, the chicken coop. Hey, rooster ain't in there. Are you sure? Go get them eggs. The thing flies by head high. Again, here comes the laughs, and you got all these bleeding knots on your head. That learns you. That teaches you knowledge. That makes you smarter in a certain sense. Running the creeks every day, looking for the Bell Witch. Crazy. I think we saw her one time. Collecting Indian money and getting clay to make pot. And we just knew shit. Making ice cream with this old machine my grandma had. Oh, you're going to need rock salt to make ice cream, by the way. Rock salt ice cream. And the ice cream we made always tastes kind of funny. Like the neighborhood kids like, no, you're invited over for the ice cream. Nah, let's see. We don't. Of course, you've been mowing lawns since you could walk, basically. Go mow the lawn. I don't need to pushing this big thing. We get a bad rap. We still do. The media hate. Come on, man. It's a that you probably make fun of hillbillies. I did. I mean, come on, I am one. So that gives me the pass to be. Well, he's a hillbilly. Having faith, relying on your faith. If you don't got no faith, don't matter if you go to church every day or not. Man. And we went to church. My grandpa. I mean, I had to go, and then we'd go like the Snows Hill Church up on Snow Hill, and then they would separate the kids, and we'd have a little room where Bible study, whatever they call it. And of course, they would like, okay, you guys read chapter to Hebrews 11 through whatever it was, and I would open up the window and like sneak out. I got caught in the back of the field there. Because I got hillbilly stuff to do, man. I can't sit still. I mean. I got a gut full of Kool-Aid, sugar, always on the go, always doing something. And that's kind of why we were go-getters, man. We won't start a band. We started a band. We're teenagers, and we just do it. Rehearsing in a barn. Doing Night Ranger covers. Don't tell me you love me. Great times. And actually being more mature, again, I moved from Smithville to Champaign-Urbana. And it's just like me, my cowboy boots on, snakeskin cowboy boots and long hair. Who is this? I got arrested the 5th day I was in Urbana High. The 5th day, they cuffed me, and it was a mistake. I was actually wearing someone else's jacket. I borrowed a leather jacket, and I put my brush in the inner pocket. So I was in class, whatever, algebra, and I reached in to pull out my brush to comb my big, wavy locks or whatever, and a pipe fell out, like a marijuana pipe. Uh-oh. That's not mine. Yeah. Right. And kind of the luck of the Hillbillies. I remember I was a junior in high school, Urbana High, and they were going to let some people that had cars, they were going to do a raffle or some kind of thing to pick who could park in this park. They're going to give some of the parking lot to the students. Well, guess who won a spot, like the best spot? Me. They're like, him. He's the one that got arrested a couple months ago. I got the best parking spot. Not does. How did that happen? Or maybe somebody's like, look, we got to help this kid. They knew what happened to me. I went through some shit. My dad had just died. This before they give you therapy and stuff. If you go, you're good. Man, I was so emotionally crippled from my dad dying. If anything I put I'd choke. I couldn't brush my teeth. I'd gag because I was just, I had to, hey, toughen up, pull up your bootstraps. I'm hearing my grandfather Willard. Hey, you gotta take it. I did. Didn't say anything to anybody. Never told anybody. Kept my mouth shut about certain shit. Didn't want to dawn on it. I might say, yeah, you know what, but I wouldn't like, oh, see, no. On the bright side, every girl wants to be. I mean, come on, man. You're different. You're just you got a little bit of charm on you. Hey, then all the dudes they're making fun of you, like, well, can we go to your? Yeah, come on. My mom was always cool, man. My mother, bless her heart, she would let us just basically have a party. And my dad too. As long as you're here, you don't be. But then again, on the other hand, if you're swinging a hand, you might put your eye out. She was kind of strict on certain things, but other things she was cool. As long as you're not doing it, at least I know that you're. And man, we were so loud playing guitar. You know how many times she's heard "Smoke on the Water" or "Rainbow in the Dark" or whatever, a half-assed version of Eruption, a hillbilly version of Eruption. It drove her crazy. Shut up. Bless her heart. She's a hillbilly. We're all hillbillies around. I mean, everybody. My sister, my parents, everybody. The funny thing is, on my family, I'm the only one from Smithville. Like my dad's side, they were from Smithville. Well, everybody's been born in Jamestown and here and there, whatever. I was born in Smithville, right down the road from where my grandma is. At the time, the hospital was small. And heard tell that when I'm told that I was, he had a cigar in his mouth. They called him, and my mom went into labor at night and called him. He was at a poker game or something. Came, hey, remember my poker game? Son of a, this. And I knew him later on. He came up to me, hey, you are. And I'm not going to say his name. I know his name. He's a cool dude. If he's still around me. That's another thing. You know everybody. You know them all. And worse than that, they know you. And they know what you're doing. They know exactly what's going on. See. And everybody's got a nickname, a couple nicknames. Charles David, that's what my grandmother called me. And all my friend Greer boy, that's what they called me. My dad, CDG or CD. I was called CDG too, because I'm Charles David Greer the second. See, we ain't like hillbilly, we ain't no junior, My dad's Charles David Greer, I'm Charles David Greer the second. My dad was smart. I don't care how hillbilly he was smart, man. He went to medical school, law school, whatever he did. He got shit done. Moved to Florida, opened up a practice, that kind of shit. And he, even in Florida, Florida is it's a different kind of, a little different. And even we lived in Largo because his practice was in Tampa. Largo was an amazing town back in the 70s. I was so lucky to live in Florida in the 70s. Growing up as a kid in Florida, spending my summers in Tennessee. I mean, come on. Yeah, I'm a kid. I'm the kid of the 70s and a teenager of the 80s. I don't get no better than that, man, in my humble opinion. And people are like, oh, things have changed. Yeah, things suck now, but I got to live that life. Just, on a big wheel or a green machine. Pardon me, just living life. And we set traps for frogs, and I said I get a snake or wandering all over, sneak off to the 7-Eleven to get, slushies. Kiss had released Kiss cups, and all you get there, and all there is Peter Criss, the drummer. So we all got Peter Criss. Hey, people get a bad rap. Every kind of group of people, there's you see that, then we all have a little hillbilly in us, whether you want to, it don't matter, man. That's kind of why I like the Latino community, and I just fell in with Mexicans because it's kind of like the same thing. They're all wearing country clothes and cowboy hats and boots, and instead of like cornbread, it's tortillas and the family, and damn, you guys are like hillbillies. They're like, you're like a Mexican. Hey, we're the same. And I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just being truthful, man. People are people. And you can sit there and think like, oh yeah, well, see, I got this piece of paper that says I've got a PhD. Yeah, okay, that's great. Do you know how to do, I get it. I'm not making fun of people, man. I'll be the first one. That's another hillbilly knowledge is I point the finger at me first. It kind of breaks the ice, so then you can really dig into stuff. But it gets a bad rap. There was this commercial around in LA before, they were doing something like a plumbing commercial and clean plumbers. And she's like, hey, I had some guy come by named Bubba who smelled. Oh, no, Bubba's here, man. I've never met a Bubba. Okay. Where did that come from? Bubba. Never met anybody that married their cousin either. What is it? I know certain groups that marry cousins. I ain't gonna say, but hey, their first cousin. Look it up. Google who marries their first cousin. Probably dot. They ain't gonna say. And hey, if you want to marry your cousin, I don't give a damn. I think it's against the law. But who knows? But all these like stereotypes that people have kind of like that's bullshit. That is some bullshit. Again, I can curse on my own podcast because I clicked that button that says not for kids. And nobody's watching my podcast. And sometimes I'll have some views. Hey, I'm getting some views. Next day I only got 3. Like they're shaved. I'm like, what? And if I go in to manage my video, it says you got any views, but it says I do. I don't know what's going on. And I can't even, when you manage your video, it's so complicated. The dashboard, remember, I'm a hillbilly. I need simple, certain things. And I studied computers at Pasadena City College for a year. Woo-hoo. That was when it was Windows 7, and I studied computer operations, information service, whatever. Basically, you're the janitor of the computer world. You're not doing any kind of cool graphic thumbnail. No, you got to calibrate all these computers in the library room, that kind of thing, like the mechanic. And I just knew, man, I'll be smart and study. No, I don't like computers. I don't want to do this. And I was going for it would take a year and a half to get certified to do certain things. After a year, my professor calls me in at the beginning of the last semester I was going to do. It's like, hey, man, they, for one, they're getting rid of this certificate. 2, it's under Windows 7. Windows 10 is about to pop. This ain't worth shit. I'm sorry to tell you this. So I like you. You're cool. You're smart. Here, he gave me a a brand new laptop and a bag to, thanks. And then he's like, you should do this, you should do that. Well, I mean, I'm going to go back to teaching vocal. That's what I'm going to do. I mean, at least there, I know what and that was hard, doing your own thing. But I liked it. And again, every group of people have these stereotypes. They have names they're called or what behind back, hush whispers. That's all a bunch of bullshit. People are people. Man, I've met damn near everybody. I mean, I've met a lot, at least every, been friends with, been in my band, dated, whatever it was. People, I hate the thought that people think, well, just because he's that, no, man. There's bad people everywhere. Don't matter what you are. And if you're a certain type of whatever it is, it doesn't mean you're going to know. That's a lie. That's a friggin' lie. People are people. And in the good book says we all used to be one people and spoke the same language until they split us all up and spread, There's some truth in that. I don't like to be around people that are judging people, because I'll be judged. Don't judge. At least you be judged. Come on. And not I'm not like, I get it. You're not going to get along with it. The odds are going to dictate certain things in your life that not everybody's going to like you or what you do. The law of averages dictates that you're not going to, come on, just move on. Don't concentrate on, I see people I'll talk about what they don't like. Well, that's what you're going to get. It's going to come running at you. That's why you think it's normal. And then when I do stuff, people are like, how did you do? Well, I don't have a diatribe of what I don't like. I talk about what I do like, what I do want to do. There's these simple things that, for one, growing up in my grandparents' house in Smithville, I couldn't say anything bad about anybody. No cursing, no, you got to pray for people. Praying for, I don't like that. That's what you got to do. Man. You got to pray for Judas and Jesus. Judas, he backstabbed. Okay, all right, I'll figure it, My grandfather Willard, he was open-minded, considering that where he came from. When I was a teenager, he'd be like, well, look now, see, I don't agree, don't understand. But that's why I went to World War II. That's why I fought all my boys. My friend died, just because freedom. And he would say something like, one of these days, maybe I want to grow my hair long, because I had long hair and people didn't. Even in Smith, I had long hair. They thought I was crazy. They thought I was doing all kinds of stuff. I'd hear rumors. They were untrue. Others were doing that, but not, come on. I was considered I couldn't even go to, I couldn't go pick up a girl on a date. Didn't do that. I don't think I ever had, meet me at the roller rink, that kind of. Yeah, it's what it is. It's all I had. Matter of fact, when I was doing my podcast, what should I do? And I'm sitting here calculating, formulating and contemplating, and I'll do this, and I'll do a skit. I was like, man, for one, that takes more energy and time. What do you have? I've got me. That's what I have. That well runneth over. If I go around, I love watching these podcasts where they go to a graveyard, Buddy Holly's grave. I love that. I love all that shit. But it's been done. That well's been tapped, yo. You better dig another well. My well runneth over. Because it's me. And I know that's kind of like a selfish thing. But what else do I have? At least I ain't faking it. I'm just doing me. That's all I got. So I got to use that. It makes sense to me, my hillbilly mind. Well, let's see, I got that. That's what you got. Do the best. Do what you can. Do the best you can. Again, I think I'm damn near I don't even know, maybe 70, 80 of these podcasts I've done, and nobody's watching. But I'm doing it. Success. And I like doing it. Matter of fact, I can't believe how much it's therapy to me. Makes me feel better. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to be me. I'm not going to try to be somebody I'm not. That's what a lot of people do. Not me. Again, all I have is me. I'm the one sitting in front of the camera. One, hey, there we go. I got it. No, I can't do that. I've got too much hillbilly knowledge to do that. The hillbilly in me is like, nah, see, you don't want Charles David, let them do the art theirs, you do yarn, that kind of thing. Or I succeed or fail or whatever, at least I did me. At least I enjoyed what I'm doing. If anything comes out of it, that's fine. But I'm gonna keep on doing it. Unfortunately, not even nobody's watching this shit show. I ain't getting no view. I get. Look at my window. I'm living in this old house. My windows, I could cover that window so you wouldn't see how busted it is. But I have to take off. I just take the whole. I don't even pull it up because it's broken. I just take the whole blind off and lay it on my bed. It's laying on my bed right now, so I can get light. So I have the eye disease. I can't have all these lights in front. That's why it looks so kind of dark. And again, using what I got. So what if people see my window frame is broke? Who cares? My landlord should fix it. He ain't. In my old house I'm living, I love my apartment. It's big, got big high roofs. I mean, considering what I'm paying for. In LA, this would be a war debt. In a bad neighborhood. Car alarms going off and helicopters and 10 different radios. And you get used to that white noise, but no. And where I'm at in Illinois, there are hillbillies where there ain't no hills. I don't even know what you call it. Cornbillies. They're different, but it's the same. Southern hillbillies have a little bit more humor, more communication. I mean, you got to be careful. People, when people are conning you, confidence. They're getting your confidence. How you doing? See, I know better. I'd rather somebody give me a stare, so I know that they don't like me for whatever reason. You just met them, and it's just. And I don't do that. I don't judge people. Again, hillbilly knowledge. And it's kind of the same. It sounds different, but it's the same shit. When I went to Hollywood and all these people think that I was like, man, that sounds like what my grandmother or my grandfather would say. The toes you're stepping on today are connected to the behind you're kissing tomorrow. Yeah. Uh-huh. But people just mowing through people, and then 2 weeks later, I gotta go see it. Nah, see, you've already exposed yourself. You did it, not anybody else. From what you're thinking and saying. See, people think it's a mystery. How's my life? No, it's what you think and what you say, how you hold yourself. That's how you create your life. Now, granted, nepotism, favoritism, cronyism, I grew up around that too. That's everything. That's the road to success. I'm surprised there's not colleges that teach that. Well, you got to be so-and-so's boy to go here, but then once you're in there. And then in that group, there's, talking to a dude the other day around here. He's from here, grew up, his daddy, everybody. And he's talking about how it's still like there's factories around here that pay good or whatever. He can't get a job, or I don't think his father could because they didn't know or whatever. So it's like, oh yeah, I know that. I know about favoritism, cronyism. Just move on. And he did. He kind of laughed it off. Like, who cares? That's what I've done. You know how hard it was for me to be in LA, like Hollywood, and trying to go on auditions or whatever I was doing. My band and art seemed to be, but man, at auditions, you got to talk to people, and they have these preconceived notions already about certain types of people. No, I mean, they'll look at me and I've had that happen. Not even allowed. Been invited to some meeting, an executive record label, whatever. Get to the lobby, like, nope, won't even let me in. Goodbye. You mean I can't even? No, he could have seen it. But we were just talking on the phone. He was something changed. So I guess he saw me on camera. I don't know. Whatever, man. Whatever. say something stupid. I didn't want to meet him in the first place. You know, you're gonna have to get over that. You're gonna have to get your alligator skin on, man. You're gonna have to, like, hey, I don't want anything extra from anybody. I don't want anything extra. And quite honestly, I ain't giving anything extra either. I mean, I ain't got much. I'll share a little bit. Hey, you can use my lighter, light yourself. I need that lighter back. It's the only lighter I got. Are you a hillbilly? Do you have hillbilly knowledge? Can you fix a lawnmower? I mean, I can't fix a lawnmower, but I mean, there's a little hillbilly in everybody. They like, yeah. Well, no, I'm from India. I'm Hindi. I'm Hindu. Yeah, you're more hillbilly than me, man. It's just a little different. You have more knowledge. You know how to. Hey, you've walked the Ganges. I mean, that's pretty hillbilly. Again, I'm doing this every day, sharing my hillbilly knowledge to nobody. I mean, nobody's watching this. Whatever's. But look, y'all, I love you. I gotta go do mines. But tomorrow, see, there I'll be, kicking that reel. I love you. Be blessed. Cheers.